Finally, this evening, we're going to take a look at some of the newest technology the Air Force has been working with. They're called unmanned aerial vehicles, planes that fly by remote control. We've seen them on the news before. Ever since the U.S. operation in Afghanistan began, the Air Force cannot get enough of them. Here's ABC's John McWethy.
It's a part of the Air Force that is so new, they are making up different ways to use these aircraft every time they go into action.
It's a revolution in the way we look at collecting reconnaissance and conducting air operations.
The newest is Global Hawk. It was rushed into service last fall with its paint barely dry 3 years early.
We can differentiate objects of a size of a foot in length up to 100 miles away.
Through bad weather.
Through bad weather. You can shoot through a snowstorm if you wanted to.
It can circle over a battlefield like Afghanistan at the edge of space for up to 24 hours, 5 times longer on a target than the manned U-2 spy plane it will eventually replace.
With the one aircraft, I can do the job of possibly 3 aircraft by keeping it airborne longer.
At a lower altitude with less sophisticated sensors and at 1/10 the cost, $4 million apiece, is the well-traveled Predator. Pilots control the aircraft and the satellite-linked video from the ground, hundreds of miles away.
It's a great platform. You pretty much get the front seat to the war. You're right there. You're watching things happen.
It quietly circles over Afghanistan every day. The aircraft is 3 to 5 miles away. I cannot see or hear it, but it is watching me right now and can follow wherever I go for up to 24 hours. And if ordered, Predator of the future could destroy me. The CIA used an experimental armed version in Afghanistan and shot small anti-tank missiles at suspected al-Qaeda leaders. The Air Force is now rushing to build a bigger version called Predator B that instead of carrying 2 100-pound missiles could carry the equivalent of 20.
This is physically larger than the other aircraft. It can fly about twice the altitude. It can certainly carry about 10 times the weight.
The Pentagon plans to spend more than $1 billion on remotely controlled planes next year. Unmanned jet fighters are the next step. Some pilots, unhappy about this trend, bitterly complain that the Air Force will never be the same. They're probably right. John McWethy, ABC News, El Mirage, California.
That's our report on World News Tonight. Tomorrow on the broadcast, China's biggest export to the U.S. Very big. Think basketball, of course. Hope you have a pleasant evening and that we'll see you again tomorrow. I'm Peter Jennings. Good night.